Today I'm going to share with you 3 exercises to avoid doing if you have shoulder impingement syndrome. What's going on, guys? It's Blake Bowman here with the Gorilla Zen Fitness, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 3 exercises that you probably want to avoid doing if you're trying to recover from shoulder impingement syndrome. So getting right into it, the first exercise on the list, and probably the most damaging one, is upright rows. So to begin, upright rows, where you grab a weight like a barbell or a dumbbell or a kettlebell and you pull it up to your chin, that is a horrible motion to make if you have impingement syndrome, and it becomes even worse when you load up that movement by holding a weight. And the reason, basically, when you pull your arms up in that fashion, you're literally putting yourself in an impinged position. In fact, that is a physical examination that doctors and physios, physical therapists, will actually use to diagnose somebody with impingement syndrome. You put your hand on your shoulder, raise your elbow up like this. It internally rotates the arm massively, pinches off the tissues in there, and causes inflammation, okay? So that's basically, this is a type of examination that they use to confirm it because it flares it up. So if you do this at the gym because you're trying to work your delts and you do a bunch of reps of these things, you're impinging your shoulder at the top of each rep, and it's really just gonna make things a lot worse. A better alternative to this exercise to work the delts are just regular lateral raises out to the side, lateral dumbbell raises. Exercise number 2 to avoid are chest flies, whether they're cable chest flies, dumbbell chest flies, a pec deck machine. All of those are not going to be good for you recovering from impingement syndrome, because all of those are going to target the pectoral muscles, and when the pectorals become tightened and shortened, overdeveloped and overactive, basically what that does is it internally rotates your shoulder more, okay? And this is kind of like the base level position or posture that when you fall into causes impingement in the first place. So even though it won't directly contribute to the impingement, it will contribute to a posture, a type of alignment in the shoulder's internal rotation that will in turn contribute to the impingement syndrome. So I don't like chest flies for that reason. I would recommend doing pushing exercises and variations of that, like chest press, dumbbell bench press, push-ups. Although those will also tighten the pecs, they also get more contraction in the front delts and the triceps, and it's kind of evenly dispersed across those things. And in my experience, it's just a much more natural way to move. But still, with that, if you have really bad impingement syndrome, you probably want to avoid working the pecs at all for a while and kind of work on strengthening the external rotators first. Now, the last exercise that I'm going to recommend you avoid are close grip cable rows, okay? And there's 2 reasons why you probably want to avoid that. One is that by hammering the lats with an exercise like that, like I used to do that a lot when I was younger, that the lats, when they're really, really strong, tight, and overactive, they will also internally rotate the arms, okay? So just like how overtraining the pecs with pec flies will internally rotate the arms and kind of exacerbate the impingement syndrome, so will targeting the lats and hitting the lats excessively, okay? And what makes it even worse is that your arms are in an internally rotated position when you're doing close grip rows. Literally, to take a close grip, you internally rotate your arm. This helps the lats contract more, but you're basically training in an internally rotated, impinged position, which is bad, and that's going to make things worse. I wouldn't say that you have to lay off training your lats altogether, like I would say that with the pecs a little bit if your impingement is bad enough. But I would recommend that you kind of experiment with different grips, maybe underhand rows, so that way you can be a little bit externally rotated when you row, maybe wider grip rows, lat pull downs, things like that. I'm just really not a big fan of close grip row because of the fact that you're internally rotated when you're doing it. Now, while you're avoiding these 3 exercises, make sure that you're also doing things to kind of expedite the process too, some corrective exercises. I made a video about this a long time ago on shoulder impingement right over here. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that right over here. Also, give me a like and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll include links to both of those in the description down below. On a concluding note here, if you want me to take you through a postural assessment as well as a movement screen to identify all of your postural distortions and the muscle imbalances that are likely contributing to them, then go ahead and open up the coaching link in the description down below. Other than that, I'll see you next time.